Hello, welcome to another Unwrapping. This time, it's A Hard Day's Night, 50th anniversary restoration on Blu-ray, of course by the Beatles. Now I have got the DVD version of this, which I'll show you actually while we're going along, but I'll do the unwrapping first. And it is different because this one doesn't have some of the features is on here, but let's get on first of all with seeing if there are any goodies inside. So obviously black and white, Beatlemania. Don't really need to tell you much about this one. I'm sure if you are buying this one you certainly know what it was all about. There's some great songs on this one. It's one of my favourite albums. Back in the mop top era. Okay, let's have a quick look round the case. So it's got a hard sort of cover, which is embossed. I don't know quite if that shows up or not. Not really. It's slightly raised. 50th anniversary Blu-ray. And you may wish to pause these. Let's just get that there and that there. And of course, you can notice that it has got the mono, the original mono. But it has now got DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 and a LPCM Stereo 2.0. So it's in 1080p at just under 24 frames a second. But interestingly, it says it's a new 4K restoration. So I suppose I've just bought this one and I guess there'll be a 4K one at some stage. Because I know a lot of films, and a lot of the 4K films are actually 2K. Because all the computer scenes in them are all done in 2K quite often, I gather. So it saves on rendering, because some scenes take weeks to render. You know, just some frames take days. And of course, if it was 4K, it'd take twice as long. So the industry hasn't quite caught up with 4K yet, even though there's 8K on the horizon. So although this is a 4K restoration, 5.1 surround, this is actually a Blu-ray. And not a UHD Blu-ray, so this is the 1080p. And as far as I know, I haven't seen a 4K one. I hope I haven't just made a mistake and bought this one right at the time when they bring a 4K one out. But I've been waiting for this one to drop. I paid about £13 for it. I guess gone are the days when Blu-rays are all about a tenner. So I was keeping my eye on it and I thought, well, that's cheap enough. And seeing as the last ones, I've done some reviews. I'll put the links up there. Yellow Submarine. I mean, the Yellow Submarine was incredible. The picture quality was incredible. So I'm hoping. So actually, that's not too bad. The DVD one, but I'm hoping for good things on this because all the Beatles ones have, obviously being such a big group, they've really pushed out all the quality, and the sound quality, of course, is really important on these as well. Of course, this is the one with Steptoe in. And he's a clean man. He's a very clean man. It's a really nice one about them being chased about, singing in trains, and there's a nice studio scene with them singing. It's a really good one. In fact, I prefer this over Help, which I reviewed a little while ago. Let's put a link to that one there now. Ah, what a shame. I was hoping, because the Yellow Submarine had some really nice things with it, and a little booklet. Don't even get a booklet with this one. Oh, that is not good, is it? There's not even any pictures inside. So, well, that's probably one reason why I do these reviews sometimes. You actually see what you're getting. So, of course, you're going to get great quality picture and great quality sound with this. And I think it is worth getting if you've already got the DVD, especially if you've got a nice hi-fi, because of that difference in sound. Because on the back of this one here, you can see, is actually really a mono track. It's 2.0, but I'm not even sure if it's stereo, because obviously the original would have been in mono, and I'd imagine they've just panned it over mono on both sides and then just put a slight surround on maybe. 2.0, so that's not subwoofers, there's some sort of background track there. But yeah, so it's Dolby Digital, so you know, it's reasonable quality. But now they've gone ahead and actually might want to pause that, mightn't you? So let's do that one there, and there. You see inside this one, you get 2 discs, because obviously don't hold as much data as the Blu-ray will. But I've noticed actually on the Blu-ray you've got a 50th anniversary trailer. There's quite a few things on here that aren't on this one. A new interview with author Mark Lewisham, and a main feature. Oh, STH subtitles for hearing impaired. Yeah, it's definitely worth changing, I think. But what a shame that you don't even get a booklet with it. What a shame. So with this one, you know, you got. Oh, actually, I think you might want to pause that. I'll do it. I think I can just about get the whole thing on him. Right. So first 2 pages there, and there's the third. Let's be a bit closer. 3rd page. You may wish to pause. There's an advert there for some other things. But in fact, I wonder if that would fit in there. No, it won't. So that's a bit of a shame, because all of them have been pretty good, and to have nothing at all and not even any pictures on the other side, that's a bit disappointing. I mean, to be honest with you, I can take or leave these outer covers. Suppose I could put them on the inside, but that's pushing, isn't it? Because that's smaller format, isn't it? No, that won't work. So, well, on the packaging front, although it's got, you know, quite nice features on the outside, very poor on the inside on this one. Absolutely nothing other than the disc. But I'm sure the picture and the sound will be worth having. Worth having an upgrade from this one. I think this was a special edition, 2-disc edition, as far as I remember. I think it did cost a bit more. I've had it for years, so I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it. But anyway, so there we are. So that's the Beatles Hard Day's Night on Blu-ray. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.